Hi, everyone. We are back with the Authenticity Journey. It's been a long day at the Wealth Management Conference in West Palm Beach at the PGA Hotel. We've met incredible people. We have heard so many different perceptions of life, and we're here now with Berton, and he's going to share his wisdom with us. Would you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
So my name's Berton Brown. I'm a wealth advisor. I oversee and own a insurance agency that does life, health, and annuities. And I also started a franchise business in this location area in Palm Beach County and acquired another location that helps people improve their health and get better with their improvement of their balance, their strength, their agility, their bone density. It gives me so much good feeling to know that I'm giving back to people, even in the business model, being able to talk to people in the center and hear about how their lives have been improved, how they've been able to reduce the amount of pain that they have, how they've been able to live healthier and better lives because of what I've been able to bring into this area.
I do have a few questions for you. What does legacy mean to you beyond wealth?
Well, my grandmother did always say health is wealth, and that's where I came up with the premise of what I'm doing. And my legacy that I would like to leave for my daughter and for my family is that it's okay to pursue and go after a dream that you had for several years, and never saying it's the perfect time. It's never the right time to jump into something that's completely different and completely new for you. And so I think that once I see all these things through, that my legacy will be of that is that it's okay to go jump after something if you think that it's going to also not only help and improve your own family, but improve the health and improve situations for so many other people that you can touch.
Sounds like a beautiful approach. Honestly, there's nothing more beautiful in life than being courageous enough to step out of your comfort zone and build the life you want. It's never late. Whatever is there in your heart that you're willing to build, then it's time. You have to just go out there and do it. Because as long as the heart beats, you're alive and everything is possible. How do you hope that your leadership impacts the next generation?
To continue on what I had just mentioned before is that, going and pursuing the things that you feel are going to make an impact, and not being afraid to pivot at the same time, to step outside of maybe what everybody else is telling you is the right thing, or maybe it's not the right thing for you at that particular moment. And so it's going to be more and more interesting to see what the next generation is going to take with what the previous one and us and what we have done, and go with that from there, with the acceleration of all sorts of different additional helping devices, things like AI. We can't lose sight of the fact of our humanity.
When was that moment that you felt that it was time to step out of your comfort zone and actually build something different, something completely different from what you do?
I can't pinpoint the exact second or the exact moment that it happened, but it was a series of a light bulb that went off over the course of maybe a few weeks, where it just went, you always, for the last 5-6 years, it wasn't the right time. And it most certainly isn't the right time right now. But if you don't step into it and decide that it is the right time, even when it's not, then those times may have already passed, and you may not find out that it may have been the right time. You just didn't think it was. And so you almost have to trick yourself into getting to that point to where you really have to do it. Because if you don't have a way back at that particular point, then it's the only way to go forward is to go forward.
There is never the right time. Time is life, and as long as you're living, it's the moment where you have to create. You have to bring whatever it is that you desire to life. We don't know the next day. Life is temporary, and that's something we don't talk much about, but it really is. We're only here for a short period of time, and the idea that I'm leaving this for tomorrow, for the future, It's really not a wise idea. It doesn't really take us anywhere. I think understanding that what's in your heart should be built right now is the most beautiful way of growing and enhancing your life and the life of others, like you are doing right now with passion. What inner compass has helped you navigate seasons seasons of changes?
Just trying to be true to yourself, trying to also improve on, yourself. Always trying to say, well, I may not know how to do that, but I will figure it out.
And that's a great response because you may not know how to do it, you may not know how to change it, but you know you will figure it out. And that's what life is about. And understanding that we learn as we go, right? We don't have a solution for everything. The book is not written. Think of an empty page, and you have to write that book. So you learn as you go. There's no other way of actually living. What advice would you give the younger generation?
Definitely look to engage more with people in person, or even through technology, but use technology as a tool, or it's going to end up using you.
That is true. Technology has to be used with caution so that we don't lose our authenticity and the human connection. That's what keeps us alive, right? Without the human connection, nothing really happens, nothing really transforms. In your opinion, what do you think it's missing in the world, in modern society today?
There is a quote that just comes to my head that I think of when you say that, and I think that we are all drowning in information now, but we are all starving for wisdom, and so that's what quote came to me when you'd asked me that.
And that's a beautiful, powerful quote. There's so much information out there, but even though there's so much given to us and we have all that knowledge in our hands, still, we are becoming so small as a human, and we're lacking real life, we're lacking love, we're lacking compassion, and yes, I think what we need more in the world is exactly what you said. More wisdom.
Yeah, exactly. And, more information does not always breed action. Oftentimes, more information can breed inaction, because then you just need more information to be able to make that decision, but then you keep getting more information, and oftentimes it conflicts, and therefore you aren't sure what to do, and you become less steadfast and more confused with more information. And so that's where the guidance and wisdom come in, to be able to also allude to potentially somebody that knows or has already been there before, and that can say, yeah, okay, that may be the right path for somebody, but that might not be the right path for you. And that's where the wisdom and guidance can really come in.
That's true. And what has fulfilled you the most in your personal life and career until today?
Well, I can say in career, when I get that certain client that says, I'm so grateful for you, I'm so grateful I found you, which is from the previous quote, starving for guidance and wisdom. When I get that occasional feedback from a client, that feels really good for me. When I'm walking through one of my centers and somebody grabs me and they tell me about a story about how they were able to lift their grandkids for the first time in years, how they've been able to keep up with them going around in Disney World, or how their pain went away in their knees and they were able to drop 50 pounds. That's a story I'll never forget from a few years ago. That really fulfills me. That makes me feel good.
Yeah, it always makes me happy when I get to connect with other humans that are givers, that actually finds fulfillment in giving and in creating a positive impact in the life of others. And we need so much more of that. So it's very nice that I can see that it's in your heart and it's who you are at your core. And to finalize our conversation, what story do you hope your leadership will tell?
I think it has to be like from earlier. If you feel that there's another route that you can take, if you can do it in addition to. It might be a really, really tough road for a short while, but I'm sure at some point you'll be very happy that you went down that road. You'll be very happy that you fulfilled what you believe is, your purpose.
That's exactly what you are doing as a person. You are making sure that you're fulfilling what you believe, regardless of the challenges and regardless of having to step out of your comfort zone and create something completely different. You are there, you're standing strong, and you're building. And I'm pretty sure this is what your leadership will tell to the future generation. Thank you so much for joining us. It was such an amazing conversation. Thank you.